He's going to stand.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I understand.
I love that marching sound.
Perfect, Johnny.
March.
Can we take a moment to say the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm designated Mary Pat today. So, first, I'm so sorry she can't be here, but I know her thoughts are. And so we wish her well, and hopefully we'll see her all soon. Thank you everyone for coming. I think this was such a great idea for Jane and Mary Pat to come up with and to have this remembrance today. I'm glad for everybody who's come so far and put so much into it to do it. So, Gaffney guys, it's so great to see you. It's nice to have a few left around to do this with. And with that, Thomas came down from New York around 1890 after fighting in the Civil War, raising the first family up there, and had his peach orchard here. And then Leo was born in 1902, went to Milford Academy, and I think I have a picture of him at Milford Academy, believe it or not, in the historical book from 1979 in Milford. And ergo, we are here. So since Jody and I rediscovered his gravestone in New Year's Day 2003, before we were married, and I know he's looking down, I know Jimmy is looking down, and the rest of the brothers I know are all looking at us today. So with that, is it off to Jane?
All right, Thomas. Okay, I hope y'all have a little program. Obviously, there's a few people missing here, and we were very apologetic for that, but we appreciate everyone that has shown up. I'd like to go through Thomas's life quickly, although I have enjoyed with doing the genealogy, meeting him and understanding him. On most tombstones, you'll see there is the date of a birth and the date a person died. In between there's a dash, and the dash is the most important thing. That represents their life. So I'd like to share with you a little bit about Thomas Albert Gaffney's dash. Thomas was born on November the 1st in 1844 in the county of Roscommon in Ireland. His parents were Patrick and Ellen Gaffney. We have Patrick here today with us. So, at age 2, his parents brought him over to America. They lived in Utica, New York. There, Patrick and Ellen had 3 more children, Henry, Ellen, and Mary. In May of 1861, Thomas enlisted in Company I, 2nd New York Infantry in Troy, New York, to participate in the American Civil War. He stated at that time that he was 19 years old, because if you know a lot about the Civil War, young guys wanted to join up, but they couldn't because they were too young. He was actually 16 years old at that time, but he wanted to be 19. So he started as a private and participated in the Civil War battles that some of you may have heard of. The Battle of Newmarket Bridge, Battle of Big Bethel, Fair Oaks near Seven Pines, and the 7-day battles, to name a few of them. On August the 12th of 1862, Thomas was appointed a corporal. On August the 27th, while fighting at the Battle of Bristow Station, Thomas was wounded in the hand. It went in his hand and came out his wrist. This caused him to be sent to the hospital in Washington, where he had to have his hand amputated. His arm was amputated about here, and that was at age 18. After he was discharged from the military by the surgeon's certificate on December the 10th in 1862, he returned to New York and lived in Coes with his parents. He met and married Ellen O'Reilly, and they had 4 children, 1 son and 3 daughters. And when Ellen died on July the 4th, 1878, and the children were left with her sister, Mary O'Reilly, and Mary kept the children and raised them. So all of you all are from a second family from Thomas. Thomas married Margaret Flanagan at St. Bernard's Church in Coes, and at age 38 in 1882, and they had 2 children by 1888, and both of them had died before they decided to move. They decided they were going to go to Florida. Well, they packed up, and according to family history, they packed up, got on the train, and they were traveling, and Thomas struck up a conversation with a gentleman on the train, and he said, if you would like to start your life over, I can tell you, you should go to Delaware, because you can make a lot of money in Delaware as a farmer. They're selling peaches in Delaware. So they changed their route, and they came to and stopped in Milford, Delaware, and that's where all the family stayed. So then they bought the farm, and he is listed in the census as a fruit farmer. Together they raised 9 children while they were living here in Milford, all of which you Gaffneys are descendants of. On December the 15th in 1911, at the age of 67, Thomas Albert Gaffney passed and came to rest here 100 years ago this December. Thomas fathered 15 children. We have